Good morning, this is Ishita from B Digital Communications second year. Today we have Sujatha Mukhri with us and I'm going to ask some very important questions about the heritage well to her. Good morning, ma'am.
Good morning, Ishita.
Okay, so I'm going to ask a few questions about the heritage well.
Sure.
So starting from the first question, ma'am, you have lived in the campus for so many years. So I want to know how was the well used to be used in the early days of the campus?
Okay, I've been here for almost 28 years and I joined in 1999. When at that point of time, Professor Pramod Talgiri was the Vice Chancellor of the university. And at that point of time, he used to organize cultural programs in the well. Shobana, the well-known Bharatanatyam dancer, performed in the well. And Hariprasad Chaurasia, the flute vidwan, he also performed here. We used to have many other programs. I don't remember the name, but one of the famous Odissi dancer also performed. We used to have Kathak performances. Regular cultural programs used to be held during 1999 and 2000, that point of time. After Professor Talgeri retired, then there was, for a long time, there was a gap. We did not use it for anything except, for the water. Water which was used for majorly gardening and pouring it to the plants. That was the time. And although I'm sure you know the history of the heritage well. And the water, surprisingly, doesn't dry up here. There were times when heritage well dried up and we used to take out the mud and whatever garbage that was there in that. But it's been almost 10-15 years. It hasn't dried up. Partly because, the water source for the heritage well is from its natural oozing of water from the earth. That is one thing. Another important source is there is another well in the IASC, Education Department of Osmania University, which is slightly upper. If you go to the well, you can see a stream of water continuously falling into the well in the corner. Okay, in the left side corner of the well, you can see a stream of water falling. It is 24/7, it doesn't stop because the water somehow, comes from IASC to the EFLU well because there's a slope from that well to this well. There's a continuous supply of water to the heritage well. So that is how it is full. And in the rainy season, it overflows and it goes from this road to the hostel road and ultimately goes into the drain there. That's how, okay. And it's perennial stream of water. The water level goes down. Winter it looks beautiful because it goes 2 steps down and you can see the third step also. That is when the beauty of it actually comes out. The entire structure is seen. So remembering my initial years of performances, we introduced cultural programs in the well again in 2014. 2014 we had Media Fest, which was an intercollegiate event. We had competitions and all. It's customary to hold now Media Fest grand finale in the well. The well has a stage actually where you can see people performing. There are a lot of videos available on YouTube and Facebook. There is an EFLU Media Fest page also on the Facebook. You can see all the pictures, all the performances and all. And 2014 itself, as part of the grand finale, we used the show for, the well for ethnic show and other performances. There was music, drama, dance, everything. That's how the well came into light again in 2014. 2014, 15, 16, we had continuous media fest, consecutive years. Later on, because of the leadership change, we could not get permissions to organize the Media Fest, and we could not do anything at that point. And when we started these programs, the strength of the university was the strength of the students, of course. Initial years, there were only 150 students in 2000. 2000 we introduced MA programs. After that, we gradually, increased in population. 2014, 15, 16, we had 500 to 600 students who could be accommodated as audience in the well. So if you see the pictures of the well, you can also see, chairs put in different layers, and there is also a VIP gallery place right in front of the stage where the chief guests and all university authorities sit. So all that used to be there. We also plan to have Media Fest grand finale later on, Media Fest after that, but because of the pandemic, we did not have any programs for 3 years, and then 4 years or 3 or 4 years. That is the situation, but we revived it. We are glad that Department of Communication through Media Fest, we initiated the programs in the well. People used to enjoy that. That became very popular. TV9 gave live also whatever Media Fest grand finales that happened in the well, and you still have the records there. We wanted to revive the programs in the well in 2024 when we had the Media Fest again. Because we increased in population, there are around 2,000 students now. Okay, earlier when we had the program, we had only 600 students, so we could accommodate everybody there. In 2024, there was a question whether to have that grand finale, because it is customary to have Media Fest grand finale there. But we gave it a thought, and if we had opened it for Media Fest grand finale, we thought we should open it for the other programs of the university also. So since we cannot accommodate, and many people will miss out the opportunity of watching that spectacular event in the well, we chose to have the grand finale in the amphitheatre. But another reason also is that there was a huge neem tree adjacent to the wall of the heritage well, one. Another tree you can see is here. You can also see the broken branches. What happened was, in one of the rainy seasons, a tree, this big tree, actually it fell on the wall and it collapsed inside. The debris is still there. We thought of reconstructing it, and then we still kept the stones which were used to build this inside the well. You can see them inside. If the water level goes down, you can see that. But another thing happened is, there was a huge, there are still trees going on, people tree and all growing on the edge of the wall. One neem tree really grew well, huge years. We never had the habit of removing trees from this campus earlier, but because of the expansion academically, and we needed facilities, we had to take permission from the forest department and remove that. So a huge neem tree which had grown into the well, the wall of the well, and the wall also bent inside. That was removed because to protect the structure of the well, with the permission of the forest department earlier. But still the wall is leaning, and it is not safe to have programs in the well, especially for the audience to sit opposite to the stage. That is another concern why we did not have the program, because anything might happen. Though the well is strong, there are huge I think limestone or something which is used to build that, huge rocks. It won't fall that easily, but there was a danger of the well collapsing again because of the roots that penetrated into the foundations of the wall. Okay, that is about the history, how it progressed, things. Anything else, Ishita?
I had like few questions regarding the media fest and everything, but you already answered. So I'm moving to the next part. So it's like why the condition of the heritage well is still very deteriorated, and it's getting deteriorated every day. But despite the efforts by the students, the heritage conservationists, everything, but still it's deteriorating. Can you like explain?
I don't think it is deteriorating further. Whatever happened earlier because of the trees that had grown into the wall foundations, okay, that situation continues. We approach the I mean HMDA, then also some municipal authorities. Earlier, when the wall collapsed, we wanted to build it immediately, reconstruct the wall immediately. Then we approached the archaeological department because these are historical structures. We cannot take it up on our own and repair it. Okay, a file was sent to them. They took a long time, and later on the reply came that we could undertake the repairs of that. Okay, undertake the repairs of the well if it is falling in a falling situation. But when we were about to take it up, then the neem tree issue came up. The wall started bending towards. We realized that wall. That's a huge one actually. So that is the reason why it delayed the process. We we approached the Telangana government for assistance. They came, they inspected. There is an NGO headed by Miss Kalpana Ramesh, who actually undertook a lot of renovation work with the step wells in Hyderabad. I think there are more than 200 wells in Telangana, heritage step wells, and they have successfully undertaken that. We needed some financial assistance because we can't do it just like that, just like we do it with any other construction. Okay, so the Kalpana Ramesh along with her team came and took a look at the well. They brought the archaeological specialist engineers. Okay, they brought a drone camera and inspected each and every inch of the well, and then inspected, and then at that point of time orally they told us that it would cost 1 crore to completely brought it back, which was a huge budget. Ever since when I was the Dean Campus Planning and Development, I had been approaching different people regarding this. Then I asked Ms. Kalpana Ramesh to take it up. She approached different corporates. Corporates were funding the renovation of the step wells in Hyderabad, I suppose. So we also requested, but because we are a government organization, they think that we don't have any shortfall of money, so we should take it up. Okay, that is actually a huge budget for the university because we have increased our academic programs, staff, and then facilities, everything. So right now, the university, has to write to the government, especially for renovation of this well, if that is the case. So that is how it is delayed, and also it is not possible to undertake the repair of the well during all seasons, only during summer. Because all the other days there is full water. You can see now, this is winter, and this is still the upper layer of the well, you have water. That is another constraint. But we will take it up. I forgot to tell one point about Professor Talgeri, who brought this well into use for cultural programs. He brought Ms. Shobana, Harprasad Chaurasia, and many Kathak performances. Popular. I don't remember because it's been 28 years or 27 years. But we used to have beautiful programs in the well earlier also. Later on we revived. We got 3 consecutive Heritage Intact awards for this. If you go to the Vice Chancellor's office now, you can see the trophy there. I think it should be there. Definitely it is there. Heritage Intact Awards. Every year we used to get it. There were some people like Shehnaz, an IAS officer who was associated with that, who had the records of the well actually. I don't know where she is now, but she can also give some information about the well.
Ma'am, is there any ongoing project right now to restore the heritage well?
See, during the Vice Chancellorship of Professor Suresh Kumar earlier, most of the time went in constructing amphitheatre, sports complex, and renovation of the hostels and lifts and all. Then there was a long break because of the pandemic, and after that, to recover and to put everything on track, it took some time for us. Then there was a change in the leadership. Now the university is headed by Professor N. Nagaraj Garu. He is very much interested in renovating this. Okay, but it's too early for him to take it up. Definitely we will bring it to the notice of the present Vice Chancellor, and we have to write for the funds to the government, take permission to use the funds, because the funds which come for the development, building, infrastructure and all, we don't know whether we can use that for the heritage sites like this. I think the university and the government of Telangana should collaboratively take up this project, which might take little time, but we are trying for that.
Ma'am, also you already talked about the hurdles you are facing, the university is facing to restore the heritage well. So I want to know the last question, that the summer issue during the summer, the water shortage is a big problem here. So can we use the heritage well water to solve this thing?
Heritage well water is already used for all the gardens. We have greenery in 33 acres. You see the campus, Joggers Park is very big, and we had 7 plantation drives in the campus earlier, and the water goes from the heritage well. There is a motor inside the heritage well which pumps water to all the plants. Okay, otherwise we have bores which are drying up, because this place was only for 200-300 students, not more than that. Right now we have 2,100 students on the campus. So naturally the resources will be exhausted. The water is a problem now. There were also suggestions that we should recycle heritage well water and use it for the washrooms at least. But if we do that, we won't be able to use this water for the plants in the campus. Greenery is equally important. So that is one thing. And when there are occasions where there is very little water in the heritage well, during summer, April, May, you can see literally the water, the bottom of the well. So that is the thing.
Thank you so much, ma'am. That's a very nice interview to have, and we got to know a lot of things about heritage well. Thank you so much.